everyone! And welcome back to Dream Daddy! It's been a while, but on this episode, you guys voted and we're doing Damien's route! We're finishing Damien's story. It was funny because when I initially put up the poll, all of the votes were to finish Damien's story. Ever since we had that picnic in the graveyard, Damien and I have been spending a lot of time together. We go on nighttime strolls pretty regularly. Oh, they're so cute! He was so impressed with the first letter I wrote him that he insisted we only communicate by post instead of through Dad Book. I initially protested, but he gave me one of his old signet rings to use as a seal for my letters, and I just couldn't say no. Hanging out with that goth dad again? Please, Amanda, you know his name. And yes. Be honest with me here, Pops. Is he actually a vampire? I remember you inviting him into our household that one time, and I've seen The Lost Boys, and I honestly would have preferred trying to see if he could have walked through the threshold of our home under his own power. ... Yes, Amanda, I have become Damien's familiar. I am compelled under his curse. I'm sorry, sweetie. Turn into a bat. I don't think... What's the point of being a vampire if you can't turn into a bat? Well, okay, I'm off. Are you taking the car, or are you flying off into the night on the leathery wings of a bat? One of those. While I'm out, can you throw away the garlic bread that's in the freezer so I don't die? That would be great. I'm keeping it there as insurance. You understand, right? That's my girl. It's Damien! Damien and I walk along the water's edge, chatting. Damien's cloak. He hates it when people call it his cape. Damien's cloak flutters behind him in the breeze. This is gonna seem like a silly question, but why do goths wear black? Gothic subculture has always been associated with death, so it would make sense that the style surrounding it would be greatly influenced by mourning. Interestingly enough, though, was that in the Victorian era, Queen Victoria herself mourned the death of her late husband for 10 whole years, wearing black for the rest of her life. If that's not goth, I don't know what is. I have another question. Go ahead. How are you so comfortable with death? You mentioned in the graveyard that it helps you appreciate your life or something? I've experienced several losses over the course of my life, and I truly believe that the only manageable way to cope with it is to accept that death is simply a part of living. It's the single universal truth for every human who has ever lived. I'm going to die, you are going to die, and life carries on without us. Wouldn't that make you feel scared? Not at all. Without the advances of modern science, death was everywhere in the Victorian era, and yet funerals were major social functions. Victorians were obsessed with mementos of their loved ones, even going so far as to take elaborately staged photographs of their dead relatives. The minute... What is that word? I've never seen that word. Minutiae. Well, you learn something new every day. That word is minutiae. The minutiae of mourning was so complex that there were set periods of grieving that were deemed acceptable based on who in your life had passed. Now, we don't have any of that. If you lose someone, you end up feeling lost yourself because we have no modern equivalent to those formalities. We need to allow ourselves time to grieve, to feel that loss fully, but not allow it to consume us. So no, I am not afraid of death. I believe it is a waste to spend your life dreading the end of it. The time we have here is brief and fleeting, and occasionally cruel, but it is at all times precious. To stare death in the face and live despite that, I think, is a noble existence. Let's save the morning for the dead. Wow. That's beautiful. I can see the moonlight in the bay glint off of Damien's eyes. He smiles. We turn to the harbor and watch ships pass, breathing in the salty sea air. I look to Damien again and can't help but be entranced by his charm, his mystery. I find everything about him so fascinating. I lean in closer to Damien, closing my eyes as I do so. You looking for a smooch? I'm so sorry. I have to take this. What? You're getting a phone call? Damien steps away from me to answer his phone. Oh no, I hope it isn't Lucian again. After speaking in hushed tones for a few moments, Damien returns to me. Everything okay?
Oh my.
There's an emergency. Lucian? No, thankfully. But I must take my leave. Oh, okay. Is there anything I can do to help? Dads do have to stick together, right? You know it. Then come. There isn't time to waste. Okay. After a short drive in silence, we arrive at a rundown building on the outskirts of town. Where are we? It's better if I just show you. Okay. I push the surprisingly heavy door open and find myself in a dimly lit waiting room. A few rickety chairs line the walls, and there doesn't seem to be anyone behind the front desk. There's still a few paintings and pictures on the wall, but they're so nondescript I'm still unsure of what kind of place this even is. Wait here for just a moment. I'll be right back. Damien walks off down a corridor, his boot heels echoing through the halls of this seemingly empty building. Distant howls echo from some place I can't even see, and there's a faint scratching sound, like claws on tile. I cautiously peek down the hall and find stall after stall of scared-looking dogs. A few of them notice me and skitter up to the chain-link fence, sticking their noses through to sniff at the air. What have I gotten myself into? Suddenly, the lights shut off. I panic, unsure of where I am or how I can get out. I stumble through the darkness, my breathing getting heavier and heavier. Damien? The lights finally turn back on. It's Mary! What's Mary doing here? Hey, sailor. Mary? What are you doing here? You aren't here for the fight club? I don't want to get punched in the face. Great, because this is an animal shelter. A what? We take care of stray animals and then let people adopt the stray animals. Didn't you see the pets when you walked in? Oh, sorry, I didn't really expect to see you volunteering at an animal shelter. Wow. Okay, kid, way to put me in a box. James, you hear this baloney? Just one moment. Thunder cracks and a door bursts open. Appearing from the shadows, I see... Damien? I love this look on Damien! Look at him! Look at him! I love his ponytail! Hey. It's Damien. He looks completely different. No cloak, no Victorian-era clothing, no makeup? I wasn't planning to share this side of me until much later, but I'm not as goth as you think. I'm a systems administrator for the IT department of a reality company. I wear tennis shoes to work and I listen to Bruce Springsteen. I enjoy going to the hardware store and looking at storage solutions. And I volunteer at this animal shelter in my spare time. I'm boring. I'm fascinated with Victorian history and the goth lifestyle. That much is true. It's just not all that I am, and I need you to know that. Oh, hate to kill the moment here, but there's some pressing business that needs attending to. Oh, right! It's Duchess Cordelia. Again? Who's Duchess Cordelia? She's one of the pups. Gets out all the time. She somehow learned to open doors and now she's unstoppable. When did she get out? This morning. I went to go sing sea shanties to the cats, and when I came back, she had already bolted. I have to stay here with the pets, so I need you two to go find her. Of course. Where could she be? She always ends up running off to the same places. Here, let me draw you a map. Mary starts scribbling on the back of a pet adoption form. She's very smart. Ruthless, even. You need to stay on your toes and get her back by sundown, or else she turns into a werewolf and starts eating people. What? You're a perfect little peach, Mystic. We just don't want her to be stuck outside when it's cold. Oh! I'll grab some treats and we can hit the road. Damien and I look over the map Mary created for us. It's a map! Oh man, I'm Nerd's house! Look at that! Where are we? Nerd's house. Nerd's house! Copy, Dad. Mary's sick pad! Smalls! Dames! Other Nerd's house! Mario Batali! Kale! What the hell? Aquarium, shelter, bayside, softball field, coffee spoon, the ocean or whatever. She wrote west and east wrong and then put shit. Same. At least you're not the other nerd's house. Looks like you're moving up in the pecking order. Congrats, kiddo. Where should we head first? Let's head to the aquarium. I doubt the puppy will be there, but I want to go to the aquarium. Damien and I exit the parking lot and start driving toward town. I look over to him. He seems concerned. Shouldn't be too hard to find the Duchess, right? She's a pretty big pup. Mary wasn't kidding when she said that dog was smart. One time she correctly guessed the winner of the Kentucky Derby. It was a really great year for Bark Bark Bark. I don't know. What do you think the odds are, Mystic? This'll be easy. Gotta stay positive. Abandon all hope! Gotta stay positive! My dad once told me, Mystic, you can't shove raisins up your nose. And that hurt my feelings. I felt discouraged, but I kept a positive attitude. And you know what? I made it happen. Ew. It might have landed me in the ER and forced me to have 10 golden raisins removed from my nasal cavity, but on that day I learned that anything is possible if you have a good attitude and abnormally large nostrils. Young children really are resilient, I suppose. Yeah, young children. I was 16! Let's just hope for the best. We got this! We got this! Damien and I stopped by the aquarium. Everything looks in order here, but it might help to get out of the car and take a look. You seen anything? No dog here. Not even any sign of her. Did you know that penguins are considered the goths of the sea? Damien, I want to believe you so badly. The goths of the sea? Yeah, I should save. I know it said saving, but I'm gonna save again. Okay, maybe softball field. That seems like a place where a puppy would go. Softball field. We drive to the softball field. It looks like Craig's team is practicing. I wonder if any of the kids saw something. Craig spots us and jogs over. Softball bat slung over his shoulder. Hey bros, what's up? Craig, you wouldn't have happened to see a dog around here, have you? One escaped from the animal shelter and we're trying to locate her. I don't think so. Maybe one of the girls saw something? Girls! Hi, Amanda's dad. Hi, Lucian's dad. We have names. Girls, have you seen any dogs around? There was a big dog here just a few minutes ago. I don't think she had an owner, but it really wanted to play. We tried to play fetch with her, but she just took the softball and ran. I think think she ate it, actually. She was a lot of dog. Here, take another softball. Might come in handy later. Many thanks, Craig. Thank you! Okay, well there was a sign up for there. Let's see. Maybe we should go to the Coffee Spoon, because that's close to a softball field. We park in front of Matt's coffee shop and walk inside. It seems like a slow day. Matt sits behind the counter reading a book. Hey, Matt!
Hey!
Didn't expect to see you two today. What's up? Have you seen any stray dogs around? Can't say I have. You're looking for one? Can you describe them to me? Enormous! That pretty well covers it.
Hey.
Cool. I find strays digging for food scraps in the alley out back sometimes. I'll be sure to keep an eye out. We head back to the car. Okay, not there. Cul-de-sac? Let's go to the cul-de-sac and then we'll go to the Bayside. Oh my god, it's Brian! We drive through the cul-de-sac and everything seems pretty normal. It looks like Brian's doing some yard work. We pull into Brian's driveway and hop out. Hey, don't step on the grass! I just mowed! Have you seen any unusual activity in the area today? Aside from your underwatered lawn? Oh, here we go! How dare you! I take my lawn care very seriously! Mystic, please. You haven't seen a dog run through here, have you? Well, a few hours ago I heard Maxwell barking at something. When I came outside, my garden had been torn to shreds. It's gonna take forever to re-till the soil. That could be a dog, or a rather feisty raccoon. Whatever it was, it must have been hungry. Ate all of my tomatoes. I'm very sorry to hear about your garden. If you need assistance restoring it to its former glory, please don't hesitate to contact me. Will do, buddy. Good luck finding that dog. She's probably still hungry. I wonder if she's looking for more food elsewhere? I fear that the hours are growing short. We must take haste if we're to find the Duchess by sundown. Damien's looking more stressed out by the minute. I gotta think of something to lighten the mood. What kind of dog does a vampire have? Knock knock! How many goths does it take to screw in a light bulb? This could either go really good or really bad. Okay. What kind of dog does a vampire have? I would imagine it would be unwise for a vampire to take up the company of a smaller mammal for the means of companionship. It would be too tempting to... A bloodhound! I was gonna say a bloodhound, Damien. Oh, yes. Haha. That went terribly! He hated it! He hated that one. Okay, let's try a different one. Okay, knock knock. Who's there? Death Cult. Death Cult. Who? Death cultivate a more chipper attitude, friend. We're gonna find that dog. A slight smile cracks on Damien's lips. Okay, he liked that one. But maybe he'll like the other one more. Let's see what the other one is like. Okay, it's okay, Damien. How many goths does it take to screw in a light bulb? I don't know. How many? 1. Goths are very capable, especially when looking for a dog. Damien smiles to himself. Oh, he loves that one. I keep reading Damien's directions from the map as we drive around town. Okay, I think we should go to the Bayside. I think the puppy might be at the Bayside. Let's go to the Bayside. We arrive back at the Bayside. Just like old times, eh? I remember it as if it were yesterday. I mean, earlier today. So what do you think? Any sign of the pooch? None yet, although who knows if she made it onto any of these ships. The Duchess would do that? I wouldn't put past her to know how to navigate in rough seas and without a compass. Very smart. Hops? Damien and I turned to see my daughter! Hey, that's my daughter! Amanda, what are you doing here? Did Did you think I just stayed inside all day, vegging out on the couch and watching TV? Oh, sorry. What are you doing? I'm heading home to veg out on the couch and watch TV. Had to get a burrito first. Young miss, have you seen a dog around here?
Yeah.
Oh, you bet! I saw a Pomeranian with a bow around its neck. I saw a big old Doberman named Henry, and there was a stroller full of Yorkies, a Greyhound, a Golden Retriever. Did you see a Mastiff anywhere? Mastiff? Mastiff? I think it's... Is it Mastiff or Mastiff? I don't know. I think maybe Mastiff. Mastiff? Did you see a Mastiff anywhere? No dice. I definitely would have remembered that. I gotta run, though. This Rito has about 10 minutes before the cheese breaks down to the molecular structure of the tortilla and makes it all soggy. You understand. I do? Of course. Have a lovely evening, Miss Mist. Miss Mist! Whoa. Crap! I don't know where the puppy is! Softball field again? Maybe? Damien and I returned to the softball field. It looks like a game is in progress and Craig's team is winning, of course. Any sign of her? I don't think so. Wait, maybe? Never mind. It's just a kid taking a nap in the outfield. We get back to the car. Oh no! I fear the night draws closer and closer with every passing breath. We must find the Duchess soon. This is serious. I hope we find her. Oh no! Aquarium again, maybe? Maybe coffee spoon, maybe, let's try aquarium again. Damien and I stopped by the aquarium. Everything looks in order here, but it might help to get out of the car and take a look. You seen anything?
Oh no.
No dog here. Not even any sign of her. Do you know that penguin? Yeah, you told me that. Boop. Okay. Maybe cul-de-sac again. Or the coffee spoon. We arrived back at the cul-de-sac and everything seems to be pretty normal. Seems like Brian has gone inside. His garden is immaculate. Seriously, it looks so dang good! In like a half hour! I can't believe it! How does he do that? Why can't I do that? I guess this is an insecurity for another day. We do a U-turn and keep driving. The sun has set. My dear friend, I'm afraid this is where our night ends. No! No, Damien, no, Damien, no. We can do it. I go back. Okay, it's okay. Maybe. Okay, not softball field, not cul-de-sac, not Bayside, not aquarium, coffee spoon. Let's try. We head back inside the coffee spoon. Hey, Matt! Guys, I think I may have seen that dog you were looking for.
Oh my!
You did? A brown mastiff? Size of a house? Yeah, I saw it digging through the trash in the back. It ran away when I tried to get closer, though. Did you see what direction it ran in? Matt thinks for a second. Might have been running east, I think. That pup tore through 3 pans of right said banana bread. Want to take some for the road? Just in case? Sure thing! Matt packages up a slice. Thanks for the slice. The road slice. The right said banana bread is gonna be so good! I think he meant to give it to you for the dog. Right, I meant it's gonna be so good for the dog to eat. Thank you for banana bread. I feel like we're on the right track. You think? If we keep this up, we'll find the Duchess in no time. Hey, if you like dogs so much, why don't you have any? Lucien is severely allergic. I wouldn't put him through that. But there are still dogs in my life, so for that, I'm grateful. There's about to be one more dog in your life, buddy. Splendid attitude. Let's not waste any more time. Verily. Verily! Okay, we gotta go east. So, east from the coffee spoon. That's the cul-de-sac. That's either the cul-de-sac or the Bayside, but I guess that'd be more so the cul-de-sac, so let's go back to the cul-de-sac, I guess. We arrive at the cul-de-sac to find everything looking normal, except... Uh-oh. Hugo's front door is wide open! She can open doors?
Oh, no.
This is classic Duchess Cordelia. A telltale sign. We should approach with caution. Whatever goes down in there, I've got your back. We creep We creep up onto the porch and step inside. We gotcha! Ha-ha! There, sitting in the corner of Hugo's living room like she owns the damn place, is one of the biggest dogs I've ever seen. Woof! Well, she hasn't broken anything in here. Yet. Wonderful. Now all we need to do is get this leash on her before she tries to escape again and get out of here before Hugo comes home. Easy peasy! Duchess, come here. Duchess eyes Damien warily. As he approaches, she begins to growl. He's on her guard. We'll need another plan. Hand her a dog treat. Try the softball. Give her right said banana bread. I have so many things. I'll give you the banana bread. Oh, Damien loved that. I reach into my pocket and pull out the slice of right said banana bread Matt gave me. Duchess sniffs the air and hones in on the bread. Come here, girl. Nice and easy. I've got some yummy, homemade, vegan, and possibly gluten-free banana bread, if that's what you're into. The Duchess cautiously approaches me and gives the bread a good sniff before gently taking it from my hand and dropping it onto the ground, like dogs always do for some reason. She curls up and starts munching on the bread. Success! Damien walks up behind Duchess and attaches the leash to her collar. She immediately notices and starts whining. Oh, I'm sorry, Duchess. It's time to go home now, Duchess. Damien gives a tug on the leash. She won't move. Duchess, what happened to our report? You and I used to be bosom buddies. She still doesn't move. She's huge. There's no way we could even try to lift her. Well, this is a weird situation to be in. I think we were literally trespassing in our friend's house with this large dog. What are you nerds doing? Oh, that's probably Mary. What are you nerds doing? Oh, it's Ernest! Never mind, that's not Mary, that's Ernest! Ernest stands in the doorway with a plate of pizza rolls. Don't tell your dad about this. We're definitely not trespassing. What flavor pizza rolls are those? I'm gonna say, what flavor pizza rolls are those? Pepperoni blast? Nice. The Duchess notices Ernest and starts pulling against the leash. Why is this dog in my house? It's along. The Duchess suddenly breaks free from Damien's grip and hurtles towards Ernest. Oh no! Ah! Ernest and the Duchess fall into the ground. Pizza rolls fly everywhere. This is bad. Ernest, are you okay? Oh shit. Ernest feeds the Duchess a pizza roll. Hey, she likes pizza rolls. Ernest sits up, but the dog keeps licking his face. Oh, hey. Oh god, Hugo stands at the door, looking like he's at a loss for words.
Sweet manchego.
Why are you guys... Whose dog is this? It's a long story, but it involves a large dog who knows how to open doors. Oof. Hugo, may I present to you Duchess Cordelia. How do you do? Morph! We're friends! The Duchess looks at Ernest's face. She's from the local animal shelter. She got out and we've been chasing her all around town. Your house was her final stop. Dad, can we keep her? Ernest, I don't know if we're set up to take care of her.
What?
Wait, did you just call me Dad? Come on, please! Look at how cute she is! Hugo sighs. We had been talking about adopting a dog for a while. But you have to promise me you'll take care of her. Yeah! I'll give her all the pizza rolls her little heart desires. I suddenly remember what's on the back of this map and pull a pen out of my pocket. Got the forms right for you if you're interested.
Oh.
I'll even waive the adoption fee since, you know, we technically broke into your household.
Hey!
Well, alright. It's a deal. Hugo steps onto the porch with us and signs the form while Ernest plays with the Duchess inside. Yay! We don't even have to move her out of the house. He sure seems to be happy with his new friend.
Yes!
I know! He called me Dad! Can you believe it? Damien places a hand on Hugo's shoulder. I certainly can. I think this will be very good for Ernest. It should teach him some responsibility. You should probably look into getting better locks for your doors, though. The Duchess is a willy one, but do right by her and she'll love you two forever. Thank you. Yay! Hi, Mary! And long story short, the Duchess now lives in a happy home with and neither of us were charged for breaking and entering. So all in all, I think it was a fine day's work. Nice work, you two. Mystic, you could be a valuable asset to our team of volunteers, you know. If you ever feel like paying some puppies, hit me up. Mary, I always feel like petting puppies. Good to know. Well, I'll catch you fellas later. Mary starts to leave. And one last thing. Damien's been telling me about you. Glad he finally brought you around. Oh yeah, Damien's my special boy. I love him. We go way back, and I got a vested interest in his health, success, and well-being. If you ever hurt him. Harry, you can fill in the blanks. I gulp! Yes, ma'am! Mary leaves me alone with Damien. Hi, Damien. So, about the whole GOTH thing, I, completely understand if you aren't interested in me anymore. What? Am I missing something here? I'm not a cool goth prince. I'm boring. I own 5 pairs of tennis shoes. I wear dumb glasses. Don't you care? You look so nervous. Damien, do you really think I only like you because of all that goth stuff? That's all cool, but the best thing about you is how passionate you are about the things you love. History, art, Victorian fashion, dogs, storage solutions. It doesn't matter what it is. You care, and that's awesome. And also, the glasses are very cute. You don't think I'm boring at all? If you're boring, then I don't know what that makes me. I spend too much time online shopping for flashlights. I get excited to mow my lawn on Saturdays. I get cranky about commercials being too loud. I've even been thinking about making my own peanut butter. And maybe we can be boring together? We can be boring together, Damien. It would never get boring if I was with you. Whoa, Damien suddenly closes the gap between us and pulls me into a hug. Aww. He buries his face into my shoulder. His hair smells like lavender and rosemary. I was so scared you wouldn't like me. Quite the opposite. Damien pulls away for a second and looks me in the eyes. Without the colored contacts, his eyes are so dark and soulful. May I kiss you? Does a bat have wings? Thou art welcome. And of course. Thou art welcome. Oh, that was the one. Verily, you may take yourself upon... What? Verily, you may take upon yourself the... You know what? Just kiss me. Smooches! He smiles slightly and leans in, giving me a gentle kiss. Aww. Damien pulls away and gives me an intense look. You want to help me take care of the puppies? Yes! Yes! Damien and I arrive back at the cul-de-sac, our fingers intertwined. Like a proper gentleman, he walks me to my doorstep. Aww. This was lovely. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for everything. I'm very happy I can be myself around you. I'm glad, but I have one request. What's that? Can we keep sending each other letters? But of course. Damien kisses me one last time before turning around and heading home. Aww. Amanda runs back to the couch from the window and tries to look as nonchalant as possible. You saw that, didn't you? Didn't you, Amanda? Hello, Father. I was sitting here on the couch this entire time. Hi, Amanda. So, are you guys, like, starting a vampire coven together? Oh, plot twist. Mothman. Damien's actually Mothman. I didn't see it coming either. Genius. Well, whatever's happening, I'm really glad you two are happy. You deserve it, Dad. Aw, shucks. I'm gonna head to bed. Catch you in the morning? Sure thing. I make my way to my room and fall into my bed with my heart full, excited for the days to come. Aww. That's so sweet. I'm gonna cry. That's so sweet. I'm not gonna cry. But that's so sweet. Look at all the Duchess points. Oh,
I'm sensing
S-rank!
a romance between us. A chemical romance. What? That's a band?
A chemical romance! That's a... Oh my god. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. A chemical romance. Oh, we got an achievement! Interview with the vampire! Wow. Ooh, I think I finally have everything set up! Okay, let's go! Mary talks to us. I gotta reload. I didn't expect Mary to talk to us. I thought Lucian was gonna talk to us. Maybe we'll have both. I don't know. I walk over to Mary, who's having a lively conversation with Amanda. We have a real fluffy Samoyed right now. His name's Harold. Loves belly rubs. He always tries to lick your face if you get too close. Miss Christensen, thank you so much for telling me in great detail about every single dog currently at the animal shelter. Please tell me about the Afghan with 3 legs again.
Hey.
Sure. Quadro, we call him. It's one of those ironic nicknames. You know, if you're really interested, I could probably steal one for you. Really? Nah, but I could get you in to meet all them. We always could use an extra hand around the shelter. And if those extra hands also happen to steal a dog... I'm glad you two are able to bond over cute dogs. Really warms my heart. Dad, we're having a moment. Hey, Sailor. Your kid's a good egg. Where's your goth prince? You two are usually attached at the hip these days. He's around. Stellar. Mary turns her attention to Amanda. It's not too hard to sneak a dog into college. Trust me, I did plenty in the day. At one point, I had 3 cats living in my dorm. I decide to leave them to it. All of a sudden, a huge dog leaps into my arms. Duchess! Hugo and Ernest run up to me. The Duchess gives my face a few broad licks and hops down. We're working on that. Got her in a disciplinary class. She's a wild spirit who runs where she may. I don't mind at all. Looks like 3 of you are getting along nicely.
Hey.
She's a valuable addition to the clan. If I hold up my homework in front of her, she'll eat it. Oh! We'll deal with that later. Duchess Cordelia spots a squirrel and darts across the yard. Ernest follows her, laughing. Aww. He's actually been a lot more manageable lately. I think taking care of the dog is good for him. Thanks for breaking into my house, I guess. Anytime! Mystic! Brian, you made it! I don't pass up on good, Mac. Lucian! Hey, Amanda's dad. I turned to spot Lucian walking up to me. I kinda thought you'd talk to me. Yes, Lucian? Thanks for inviting me to your party. Anytime, bud. I know we had a rocky start, but I'm glad to know you. I hope you know how much your dad cares about you. Yeah. My dad's had a rough couple of years, and I know that must not have been easy to raise me alone. He's kind of a weird guy, but I love him a lot, and it seems like you make him happy. So, you're cool in my book. Thank you, Lucien. That means a lot to me. Sure. And let me know if you want me to give you a stick and poke sometime. Also, I'm sorry about the oregano thing. Thanks for coming by, Lucien. See you around, Mystic. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat on our back porch step. The sun is setting and everyone seems to have eaten their fill. Amanda wanders over and sits down next to me. I take a seat next to Damien as the last guests make their way out of the party. He's in his work uniform.
Oh.
Did you know that in the Victorian era, they would call benches seedy boys? What? Really?
Oh.
I'm kidding, Mystic. But what if? It's good to see you in your civvies again. Thank you. I had a revelation the other day, Mystic, and I think it was largely due to your continued influence upon me. There was a version of myself that might have been embarrassed to show you my true form, my information technology form, but what you said about me, about how my passion was what you truly admired, that emboldened me to feel like myself regardless of how I choose to dress and act. Instead of separate identities, there are simply different facets of myself. A three-dimensional human being with his own thoughts, wants, and needs. I love dressing the way I do, but feeling constricted by what I thought was my own personal brand made me lose sight of why I did this in the first place. To make myself happy. I place my hand on Damien's and feel a light squeeze. Looking up, I'm greeted by Damien's warm smile.
Oh.
I'm trying to be more comfortable with who I am, rather than dwelling on who I could be to other people. I can't stop smiling. I'm so proud of him. Damien, I'm so happy that you realize that you can be a dog-loving goth. Me too, Mystic. Me too. I feel myself inching closer and closer to Damien. I go to brush a lock of hair out of his face, and I'm shocked at how soft it is. How is your hair so soft? Dog shampoo. I keep running my hands through his hair as he leans closer to me, placing a hand on the side of my face. He strokes my cheek with his thumb.
Oh.
You know, public displays of affection were considered scandalous in the Victorian era. Damien pulls me in for a kiss. But I think I can make an exception for you. Wow! We did it, guys! We did it! Yay! That was Damien's ending! We did it! Now we just have Robert and Joseph left! Oh, wow. It's gonna be the ultimate vote between them to see which dad will have last. And there's Damien's picture! Look at him! He's so cool. He's in the graveyard. Wow! Well, that's the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to, you can like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want. And I'll see you in the next episode of Dream Daddy. Bye-bye!